Everybody, it's me, Andrew. Get out into nature and tune in for yourself. Resonate with the Earth's electromagnetic field via 432 hertz, the universal frequency. Balance out psychologically and emotionally, and further strengthen your brain and your heart's coherence as well. Get a plant based diet going for yourselves today and nurture yourself right back into life. We are literally herbivores in our nature. Further balance out your physical body's pH level and to get with alkalinity. Then you can generate some static electricity, send me some love telepathically, set attention to your mind, and set intention to communicate. That is all there is to telepathy. You are now tuning in to Great Days. So this evening I'm going to talk a little bit on big tech companies and their networkings and how through their networkings they are actually genetically modifying people or manipulating people genetically, altercating the genetic level purely through information. Okay, so I'm gonna get into this a little bit. All right, so let's get right into this. So, big tech companies are most definitely overgrowing in this world. They're most definitely making up a large percentage of modern civilization, right? And they're most definitely covering a lot of the earth. And big tech companies and even media, you know, they're pretty much corrupting a lot. Okay, and they're corrupting on many different levels of the system. Okay, not just on a physical level, but on multiple levels. Okay, and I wanted to talk about the genetic level today, and I may even get into a mental level or a psychological level, and physical level. I'll keep it here. Okay, so purely through information and all of these corporations, um, and companies, they're all networked together. Okay, because they're all pretty much on the same agenda. All right, and this is to keep everybody in a control. Okay, keep everybody in a dense state and keep everybody in lower vibration. All right, and in ignorance. Once again, they don't want people to wake up fully in mass, because if we were waking up in mass, it would pose a threat to their system of control. Okay, so these various different networks that are designed to keep the world under control um, are most definitely using their programs, using their stimulation, they're using information to pretty much modify the genetics of man in collective. Okay, and it's this simple. Uh, and as they manipulate or as they modify the genetic level of man, we begin to change in our expression and our form. Okay, so this is what information is, by the way. Information is coming into formation. So whatever information that they are feeding us um, is altercating the genetic level, the genetic of man. All right, so our genes are being most definitely altered just by spending time on the network, the internetwork or social media sites. Okay, I mean, just being like specific. I'm gonna use social media sites where most people are spending time. Okay, which is all information, and all of this information is algorithm. And algorithm is literally rhythm. Okay, so and everything is rhythm, because the basis of life is music, and music is based on rhythm. Okay, so if they're if they're literally deciding what algorithms that the information is being transmitted to you in, then they can choose a lot of how the song is going, you know, because they're deciding the rhythm of the song, very very simply, and they're pretty much just modifying the genetic level. You know, they're doing things to it that is creating all different types of entanglements within the mass of society, rather than liberation and expansion of consciousness. You know, they're making it more to where it is about states of supporting the unessential over the essential, or supporting the unprogressiveness over the progressiveness. You know, when it comes to humanity's canonical state of being, they want it at a low, okay? And it takes a lot of time, so you got to understand that spending time on social media, or maybe just the internet itself, may not be the best thing. What you would really want is to spend time with yourself, without technology for the most part. You know, not even television, because television is worse than social media is. Maybe, I mean, they're both pretty bad because they're both owned by the same people, but they're both very, 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 very ignorant inducing, you know. So, and they're very damaging to the psychological level. Once again, the psychological level is literally decided by the genetic level. So as you are altered on the genetic level, your psychological level is going to be simultaneously altered, and then your physical level or state is going to be altered as well, okay, because they're all linked together. All right, they're just different, they're on different levels basically. So what you want to do is you want to just avoid, you want to avoid the technology as much as you can, and avoid media, because media is one of the main ways that they're using to transmit information or program the mass, you know, to altercate or modify the genetic level. All right, and you need a very very, you need a genetic level that is going to be one with source. Otherwise it can get very 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 detrimental on the psychological level and the physical level. And a lot of this is unknown and unseen because you don't see it with your two eyes, because it doesn't exist to physical vision, because this is, the two eyes are of physical vision. You can't see the mental sphere with the two physical eyes. You got to use the mind's eye in order to see the unseen. You know, like a magnetic field, you can't see a magnetic field with your physical eyes. You know, if you grab a magnet, or if you grab two magnets and you put the two south poles together, there's a repulsion, but you don't see the energy, but there is something there. You can feel it, but you can't see it, you know. But we know it's there, and knowing is the inner eye, okay, because knowing comes with the opening of the Ajna chakra, or the third eye chakra, okay. So all of the unseen of life is able to be seen once you open the third eye. And a lot of this stuff is unseen, and a lot of people, mass people, have a closed mind, because this is a result of the genetic modification that is taking place via the transmission of information through social medias, okay. So most of the mass people, they'll have closed mind, and they won't be able to see the unseen, and they're going to get deeper entangled in lower states of densification, in an illusory state of separation, okay, which is one of the main causes of suffering. um, and they're not going to know what to do, because they can't intuitively trust their physical body to guide them anymore, like the animals do, because we're not in harmony with nature. So it's more of a plantation, or a thinning of population, or a hunt, or something like this, rather than anything that should be seen as something that's going to solve itself, you know? So, you need to understand that in order to help yourself, you got to stay off of technology and stay off of social media. Don't spend 8 hours or more on social media. This is for anybody, all right? Not even if it's your job, okay? I'm sure you can make enough money to pay everything that you need to pay with like 4 hours of social media if you're working on it. And the rest of the time you can just spend with yourself, looking within yourself, because this is what is needed most definitely. Looking outside of ourselves is the unessential and the unprogressive, and it's not helping us anymore. Okay, we are destroying ourselves, genetically, obviously, but it can be easily healed in mass globally, very rapidly, if we are all to meditate or focus on the solution to things, which is the progressive way, the expansion of consciousness. Awareness is most definitely needed, because it's it's a tarnishment of the soul to be living very unprogressively at this point. Okay, so that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about. Stay off of social media as much as you can. Just don't spend all day on it. It's turning you into a cyborg as well. You know, uh, and this is the truth. They're literally turning people into robots, and then enslaving them further. So stay off of technology as well as much as you can, social media, and look within yourself more often. Okay, spend time out in nature, because nature is going to be the catalyst for the global healing. Uh, and that's pretty much it once again. So peace out, one love, and have a great evening.